Okay, so this is just notes about like the prototype. So as a disclaimer, this is a prototype that we're going to be building. So there will be some things that are going to be changed and maybe a little janky, but don't worry. They've already wrote a lot of the changes that they're making to the final units right here. So should be okay. Let me take this off. Where do I put my keyboard? Any other keyboard content creators just have like towers and towers of boxes? Okay, so oh, hello Robo. I saw your message. I need to respond, but I'm glad you got the artisan. They like sent it back to me a few times, and I finally just like just shipped it out in the store. So I'm glad I made it to you. Ooh. Yeah, sorry it took so long, but I'm glad you got it. Okay. Basic! Hello, Basic! Hello! How are you doing? Hello! I miss you. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, my cat! Yes, been. Have I been? I've been good. I, actually created a, reel today for fun. I've been basically trying to create things for my own enjoyment instead of just like product videos non-stop. Basically to kind of get my personality more out there, like behind the scenes, what I do and stuff like that. So that's been really fun actually. So I like creating content, right? But sometimes there's like pressure, especially when it's like a product video, right? Because then it's like I have to make sure everything's right. I have to like make sure everything's scripted, etc. But doing these like small content that's for like myself is like been really nice. I made one today. My mods have seen it already. I think they liked it. I mean, half the time I don't know if they're just like just saying they like it or if they actually like it. But Incy seemed like he actually liked it, so that's good. But yeah, sometimes it's like difficult because I want to create stuff for myself, but at the same time, I'm so busy with other stuff that I don't get to do the things I enjoy. So I've been slowly trying to create stuff for myself. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And see, I said you liked it, okay? In fact, I'm gonna check on my cats right now. Right, meow. Yeah, I'm checking on my cats, right, meow. Melange. Oh, I don't have him or her in this pose. Yes. This is Pumpkin. This is Fred. I have Fred in the hat. Okay, that's good. Spooky! Okay, I haven't seen Spooky yet. Boop. Ritzy Bits. Yes, you don't have any. Okay, I'm gonna buy... Yeah, this is a cat game. Buy bulk. Okay. I'm going to feed them. There you go. Okay. Alright. But anyways, so yeah, today we're building the Vida. This is Canon Key's upcoming board. It's not out yet, but it uses magnetic closure, and it also has the USB hubs. So the two. Let's see. There's actually a page for it, but I'll read it to you guys. I'll read it really quick. So essentially, um, with Vida, we wanted to try something a little bit different. Typically, we like to develop things as much as possible in-house using our own vision exclusively before sharing the idea with the wider community. This time around, we are midway through development and wanted to share our early findings with you all and genuinely wanted your feedback before we push this project through the final stages. Simply put, we wanted to create a keyboard that had all the trappings of a custom keyboard that we all expect, but designed carefully in a way to achieve a much more affordable price tag without compromising on design and quality. Of course, this is easier said than done, and we can never truly compete with offerings from various Chinese brands solely on price, as we don't manufacture our boards in-house, but we wanted to take a similar ethos and add our own shine to it. Ooh. So the TLDR for this board are like the general specs and features. So 8-degree typing angle, 19 mm, effective front height. It's gonna have wireless and Bluetooth. Alex, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. I was watching your stream earlier. Hello everyone. Um, my name's Patty. I'm building the Vida today. This is an upcoming board from Canon Keys. If you're new here, I also build and review custom keyboards, but I also play a lot of games. So that's kind of what I do on stream. So thank you, Alex, for bringing your community over. You were talking about like not creating content that you wanted to create, and I mean, honestly, same. I felt that on like a different level because um so many of so much of my content is just like keyboards and making content for other people, but I haven't really had time to make content for myself. It's always for work, right? So I've been trying to find a nice balance between making content that I want to make versus like also doing boards or like work stuff. Um, so are those extra large wing keyless blockers? Or does it just look like that? Uh, are they extra large? Look, I don't think they're extra large, or else the keys won't fit. Does it come without blockers? Let me see. I want to say it does, but let me double check for you. It would be strange if it was only one layout. I mean, it's not entirely unheard of to only have one layout, but it so it you can get one without the blockers because it supports, yeah, it'll support 6.25. The PCB will support 6.25, which means that um, yeah, you can get ones without the blockers. Yeah, these are normal size. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to like do the keys, right? Hello, Frank. Yeah, so this is the prototype unit. Um, so there's gonna be a few changes. I actually have a list that they sent to me with all the changes. No blocker gang. Yeah, I think it depends on the keyboard. I think for 60%, I actually prefer not having the blockers, but for bigger boards, I do like the blockers. So I think it really depends, right? Yeah, we're building the Vida from Canon Keys. This is their upcoming keyboard. But yeah, thank you again, Alex, for the raid. I appreciate it. um, it's it's kind of reassuring or reassuring in the sense of, I felt like I've been struggling with making content, and just hearing like a fellow peer like also say the same thing is like a bit reassuring. I mean, it sucks that like we're feeling this way, but I'm glad that, there are things that we still like to do and trying to avoid like burnout, but it's something very real. Um, Especially being one of the few keyboard streamers on Twitch these days, because like a lot of the people I grew up streaming with have retired. Um, really sadly to say. And there's been a lot of keyboard streamers that have just come and gone. And there's still a few of us like hanging on there, but it's a shame because streaming is the fun part, I'd say, of content creation. At least for me, right? Um, it's everything behind the scenes that is so difficult. And streaming is like just the tip of the iceberg. But there's other things like looping the switches, shipping things out, talking to vendors, talking to designers, filming videos, editing those videos. There's just a lot of work that goes into it, especially like as a 1 or 2 person team, right? Because Alex has an editor. I have an editor too, as well. But everything else I do myself, and you know, I've had to learn product photography. I've had to learn how to edit, learn how to do audio stuff. Um, Basically having to keep up with upcoming boards, um, answering comments, responding. Like there's just so much you have to do behind the scenes that maybe not everyone realizes. So hobbies slowed down from the pandemic boom, so people are just starting to drop off. That is true. Um, yeah, I'm lucky that I still have consistent content, but I feel for those who like don't. And thank you for the follow. I don't want to say it's like a competition, but it's competitive in the sense of like if we don't get the boards to make content on, it's rough, right? And there's only so many things you can like rebuild or re-showcase. Yeah, it's difficult. It's very difficult. And also there has been a shift towards there's been a shift towards short form. Personally, I hate short form. I'm a long form content type of girly, but yeah, short form has been more popular, and as like a content creator, you kind of have to like make that shift and learn all of that, and it's difficult. Yeah, streaming is the easy part. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I stream all my builds on Twitch on the weekends, so Fridays, Saturdays. And then during the week, I play a lot of games. So if you like gaming, if you like keyboards, you're in the right place. I do stream my games. I do that. Okay, but anyways, yeah. Today we're reviewing the Vida, or I guess we're checking it out. We're not quite so much reviewing it because this is a prototype, and a lot of things are going to be different from the production unit. But yeah. Chat votes to go to sleep. Patty plays offline. Yeah, that's also true. Okay, but let's just look at it. So, I like short form. I just don't feel like there's enough time in short form to put everything you need for a keyboard video. Yeah, I feel that. I try to fit everything into my reels, but I've just been doing shorter reels because it's like, if you want to know the details, you gotta watch something long form. Okay, but yeah. So this is the Vida upcoming 60% from Canon Keys. So as you can see, we do have the win keyless version. This is the silver colorway. So it does have a cherry lip. So just looking at the top, there's a cherry lip. You got nice thin side bezels. Top is going to be a little thicker, but bezels are all kind of the same size, relatively the same size. But pretty simple top piece. Here's the side piece. So also pretty simple, except the bottom piece does have this nice little accent right here. So it is a two-toned piece, if you could see. So you got the silver piece and a different bottom piece. But one thing to note is the top piece has curved edges. There's no like harsh corners. Whereas if you look at the bottom, here you can see a sharp corner. It's a contrast from like the round corners up top. And then yeah, you do have this like little step right here. Here's the back. So here is the name drop, Vida. So you do have this accent weight, which has two pieces, and then you got the small little accent piece right here. And then you have the 4 little rubber feet. So you saw on this side how it's like a diagonal. You see the same thing on the weight, so like the diagonals. So just similar design motifs on the back weight. Right? And then here you can see the top piece does cover the bottom piece. And then here is a USB port side. So centered USB port. It does have the 2 USB hubs on the right hand side, right here. So we've seen this with a few of the boards that they've come out with, so they're following the same design language and having that. It is 2.0 USB, not 3.0, so just be aware of that, 2.0. And then here you can see the two-toned, and then it's not as sharp, but you can see that this does slant down, so kind of like following that slant motif. It's not just straight down. And then here is the front lip. So you got the nice cherry lip, and then all you see on the front is the top case. Okay. All right, so this does use magnets, but I was told that the magnets for this unit are a little janky. Okay, so let me open this real quick. So it does use magnets to close it. What we've seen a lot lately have been ball catch, but this uses magnets. So during the production unit, these will be installed differently, but since this is the prototype unit, one of the magnets did fall out. Let's see. So essentially, what happened was these magnets that they use for the prototype are not strong enough. So they're going to change the magnets because they tried one magnet, it was too strong, right? And so they tried this unit and it was too weak. So they're trying to find that balance because the magnets are dependent on closing the cases. But as you can see, this plate is screwed into the bottom piece, but actually, let me just come back to that. We'll look at the top piece. So here you can see, right? So the 4 big magnets that help close the case, and then you have what seems like 2 little magnets, one right here and one right here. So it's actually a total of 6 magnets to close it, but 4 big ones and then 2 small ones. Here you can see the mounting points, right? So 4 on the top and then 4 on the bottom. There are screw holes right here. So you see a screw hole right here, right here, right here, right here. So 4 screw holes. I'll have to look. I'm not quite sure what those are, but we'll see as we build it. But this looks like So just looking at the bottom piece, I'm guessing this is their idea of like a force break and adding the little spots for that. It also has what looks like to be like an anchor point, but I don't see it on the bottom case, so I'll have to deconstruct even more and see what those are for, but yeah. And then here is the bottom piece, right? So once again, you see the 4 magnets on the bottom. There are no magnets here. I'm guessing these are the smaller magnet. Oh wait, is this a magnet? Okay, so I kind of see what's going on here. So what it looks like is that here is, you can either have like gaskets for the force break or you can put a magnet, right? So there's a magnet in this one, but on the bottom corner pieces, they have the gaskets, right? Anyways, so here you can see this is screwed on to the bottom case. So you have the 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top, so a total of 8 bottom mount points, right? Then let me take this off. Do the USB ports provide power? That is a good question. Oh! Upas, the designer Upas is here. Upas, do the USB ports provide power? Hello. Upas is here, please ask. Or one of the designers, sorry. One of the ones who's running it, but he can answer a lot of questions, sorry. Yeah, James is the one who designed it, but Upas is from Canon Keys who's running it, so if you have questions, you can ask him. Sorry, the distinction. Okay. So let me take this apart. Hello, Divine. How you doing? Cute, Matt. Thanks. It's from Pikarar. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So here is the plate. Oh, shoot, I forgot one. Okay. So the plate is bottom mount. It does use pour-on dampeners. And so what I mean by that is if you look at the bottom mounting points, there are dampeners. So you can see right here. Whoop, whoop. So these dampeners have holes in them, and that's just so you can screw it on, right? And then looking at the bottom piece, you do have these 2 covers for what I'm assuming is batteries. But let's take it apart and see. So you have 4 screws for each of the covers. And then here you can see the branding, so you can see Vida, and then the Canon Keys logo. So you see Vida twice on the board. You see it right here, and then you also see it on the back. Okay, so you got this side, which looks like to be the battery. If I remember correctly, one side's for battery and other's for the hub. Okay, and then this one's for hub then, I'm guessing. And then the orientation for the covers does matter from what I see. This Vida one only has the 4 screws, but then this Canon Keys one you can see has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 screws surrounding it. I think it's still 4 screws to keep it on, but this cover has, basically it has open holes because of the screws for the USB hub. So you don't have to basically what that does is you only need to unscrew the 4 rather than unscrewing 7, right? And you can see the holes are bigger like that. So you can just put it over. This also makes it so that if for whatever reason you want to unscrew these, you don't have to take this cover off. But yeah. So still 4 screws to take this off, except this one has more screws for the USB hub screws, right? Because they stick out. So, let's see. So battery is on the left, USB hub on the right. And then it looks like these 3 screws are going to be for this back weight right here. So I can take that apart just so we can see what it looks like. Let's use a different. Oh, right here. Hello, Zeke. So I'm assuming the 2 weights on the outside are going to be separate pieces. Yeah, they are. They are indeed separate pieces. Oh, interesting. So let me show you guys real quick. So you know how I said that the 2 weights on the side, right, was like a 2-toned accent piece? This is actually machined into the case itself. It's not just like a separate piece that you would screw on. Like this is in the bottom case. Right? Instead of like having like a screw right here. Cool. So this would then, I guess, act as like an anchor piece, right? Almost a post. But yeah, these weights are 2 separate pieces and it's held by 3 screws. And then this is built into the bottom case. Cool. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? Probably lightly align it. So let me screw on one side. The voices. I don't know which mod did that. I'm assuming with the 2 weights, you'll be able to get different colors. Looks like the emotes got removed. Yeah, perhaps. Oh no, it's the Halloween, that's why. Oh, wait, it's November. That means I need to change my emotes back to normal. I switched them all back though. I guess we're missing that one. So these weight screws do use something, they do use a smaller hex, right? To help you distinguish between the difference, but we're just gonna put it right back. What the? Oh, they didn't spell it correctly then. Also, if you look at this weight, It's almost like a very faded rose gold. Can you guys see that? It's almost like pinkish a little bit. Like a dusty gold. Is this a proto? It is, yes. From my notes, it looks like there's gonna be lots of changes. So I'll read those off to you guys as we encounter them. Yep, this is the proto. So one of the biggest changes is the magnets that they use. They're gonna be held in differently, but I think right now Canon Keys, they're experimenting between like different magnets to find one that's like perfect, one that's like not too strong but also not too weak, etc. Okay, see you later, Ernish. Because this does use magnets to close the case rather than ball catch. Have a good look. But one thing to note that it does use the Easy Mate, right? And then this is the plate. Let's see. I'm just going to leave the plate here for now. And then put this back for now. The stabilizers have already been done for me, so it will be relatively fast, but let's look at this thing. So there's actually 3 different magnets types. Right now it's saying that for the prototype, the bottom mount gaskets, so the 8, are too soft, so the plate easily bottoms out, so they will be changing that. They're going to be adding alignment pins to the next round of prototypes. The holes in the gaskets are too small. Okay, so they're going to fix that. So I have the V1 proto, but there are V2 protos out right now. And then there's going to be, I guess, more protos after this as we build and reviews come out on it, but they've already pointed out that the magnets they're going to fix, they're going to add alignment tabs, and the holes in the gaskets for the bottom mount are also going to be fixed. Gasket cavity is removed. Cool. Okay. But yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, so you guys are changing all the magnets instead of... Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So they're going to do 8 smaller magnets instead of the 4 that we saw here. I wanted to ask Upas, so this magnet in the middle, is that also going to be changed, this one? So these are going to be changed, right? The longer ones, but is this one going to be staying? Hello, Marquise. What's up? Okay. But looking at... I don't know if this is the final PCB, but there are going to be 2 PCB types. 3, sorry. There's going to be 3 PCB types. So I guess for the IC page, they're still trying to decide the support layout, right? Okay, V1 Proto, different spots for different magnets. Okay, I see. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember earlier, but I was like, well, there's all these extra spots. I'm not quite sure what they're for. So that was them experimenting with the prototype. But ultimately, they settled on having 8 smaller ones, right? Patty, how many keeps do you have in your collection? More than 15. LNS. 47. I don't know about 47, but I would say probably 30. If that PCB is hot swap and has both 6.25 and 6U, this is the final. Okay. Wow, way down the rabbit hole. Well, I mean, to kind of give you guys my credential, I've been building keyboards for about 3-ish years now. I've built over 350 keyboards. So I mean, it makes sense that I would have a lot of keyboards. But a lot of them, it's not that I've bought on my own. The only things I buy on my own, for the most part, are artisans. Keyboards are sent to me to like build a review, and then I get to keep them. I either send them back, etc. But yeah, most of my keyboards have been like review units. But I do give a lot of them away. I need to do one of those giveaways soon. But yeah, that's my credentials in case you guys are like, who the heck is this girl? Why is she getting review units? Yeah, I've been around for a little bit, so okay, but anyways, so 3 PCB types you're gonna have: a hot swap wireless, a hot swap non-wireless, and then you're gonna have a solder that's also non-wired. Okay, so this is the hot swap non-wireless, right? So in terms of support, you will have step regular caps lock, your choice of bottom rows, so you can either do the 7U or 6.25U layout, depending on, of course, the layout you get. Split irregular backspace. You can split the right shift. So pretty good options. Pre-done stabs, yeah. Looking at the back, so you have a reboot and a boot mode button, so you have 2 separate buttons. No LEDs, no RGB, and then the USB connector is found right in the middle, right here. The J, or the easy mids is found right here. Bloop. That's the PCB for the hot swap. So for the solder, it's gonna be the same thing, except solder, you'll have split spacebar and it will have ISO support. And then it looks like hot swap wireless, they are still working on the layouts that they'll offer. So if you look at the page, they don't have separate regular caps lock, but that's because they're trying to figure out where to put the Bluetooth switch, because that's where it normally would be. So they're working on that. Did anyone in chat successfully get in? No, I didn't try for it though, so. No keyboards for me. I'm saving money for Japan. Nice, congrats, Kim. Okay. Congrats. That's the PCB. Oh. So, is this still true? There's no group buy plans yet. But the starting price they're hoping to hit is around 225. I'm assuming it's gonna be ZMK. Yes. Huh. Yeah. MOQ of less at 100 MOQ. Okay. Oh, we'll announce group buy very soon. Starting price is going to be less than 225. Nice. That's good to hear. Okay. Yeah, that is nice. Maybe this is going to sound bad, but I've been worried for like keyboard vendors because I never know how they're gonna compete with like China manufacturers. So I've been worried, but I'm glad to hear that there are competitive boards coming out from our US vendors. That's really good to hear. But yeah, that is overview of the case, and now we're just going to build it. Yeah, let's build it. Do I have any switches on hand that I can use? Was I sent any recently? I was sent clicky switches, but I don't want to use clickies. So we'll just use classic. It's tough, but we're doing what we can. I know. I mean, I don't know, but I like worry, but I'm glad to see that these are being offered. All the silent switches you got. Oh, also, if you're a content creator and you would like to review some switches, I actually have I have a contact who asked me for a list. I already have a list going, but if you're someone who reviews switches, like short form, feel free to like reach out to me and I can like add you onto that list for them. Because they're looking for more people who do Switch reviews specifically. And I'm like, brother, I don't do Switch reviews, but I'll look for you. So yeah, if you're a content creator and you do Switch reviews, please reach out to me and then I'll add you to the list for them. Oh, congrats on getting one. I kind of want to just take this off. I'm taking this off. I'm a split backspace on 60% user. Goodbye. Goodbye, stabilizer. Farewell. Boop. Okay. So I guess in terms of this board and what kind of stood out to me is it's interesting that they decided to go with bottom gasket mounting. Bottom mount plate. So typically you see like top mount, but this is bottom mount. So it's really, I've seen one other board recently that does the bottom mount, and that was the Neo. So what is this? Okay. Also, one thing I didn't point out about the PCB is, check this out. They write it on the front. I think there was someone in chat who said they like having legends on the front. So this one is on the front. It's also on the back. Perfect! It's also on the back. So you can see. So you can see. And then you can see. Yeah. They've labeled the PCBs. Thank you. So this does have a blocker. Oh, you guys. Social media post. Hold on, I'll post it right after I do this. First build. I just started. Yeah, I mean, I typically do, but it's like last minute. Vida. I did without even realizing it. I mean, Ankit and I just both did not know. I thought they were all out for some reason. Ankit and I both did not know that it wasn't out yet. Vida. Cannon keys. Link twitch.tv/Xing I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, Jian's good. We love Jian. Big fan of Jian. I can't believe I can't believe Jian just like tagged me and his Discord was like F2 Peppa Evil and I was like, oh, was not expecting that. I think he felt really bad because I've met Jian before and I think he felt really bad when I first met him in Korea because I was like recovering from a stomach bug and I was like really sick. And it's kind of cute because he took me to like a restaurant that he was like, I used to go here after clubbing. And then we went to 7-Eleven. He was like, you like candy? Eat this. This is what I ate when I was growing up. I think you'll like it. And then he bought a coffee and then I was like, I gotta go back. He's like, okay, I'm going back to work. Goodbye. And it was like 11 p.m. I was like, okay. No, back when he used to go clubbing. And then on his stream, he was watching one of my videos and he's like, oh, I think it's like 친구? It's like friend. He's like 싱싱왕, my friend. Building the Vida from Cannon Keys. Gian is very soft-spoken in real life. I mean, you can kind of tell from his streams, but yeah, he's very soft-spoken. Okay, and then... Whoa. Whoa. Good thing I didn't have my phone shown on stream. Holy moly, that would have been bad. Brother. I had my smut open. That's not good. That's how you get banned. Okay. Building the Vida from Cannon Keys. Twitch at TV/Xing Photo library. Boop boop. I have posted my social media. Alright, let's go back to this. Oop. This is by Pikarar. She does a lot of Shiba merch. Her store is closed right now, but she'll be reopening it for Black Friday. And yeah. Woo. She's actually about to do a collab, or she is doing a collab with Tech, because they're both Seattle artists. The Deskmat they made together is very, very cute. Big fan of it. These are one of my favorite switches. Insty? Yeah, this Deskmat's by Pikarar. Unfortunately her store is closed now, but you can see Pikarar right here. Hello, Matt. I'm hoping that I can do like a keyboard collab with her for her Shibas, because she's one of the few artists that does black and tan Shiba merch. Typically when you see Shiba merch, it's going to be the red Shibas or the yellow, but she actually does black and tan, which is amazing. So, big fan of that. I think John will be back soon, or is back from Hong Kong. So hopefully we'll get some more mooding numpad protos out. He's back already? Oh. Okay. Guess he's probably busy. Time to meanly nudge him about GMK 3077. Is he the main runner for that, or? Yep. Wait, is that his set? Oh. Yeah, I mean, his color matching has been like a complete shit show, so he's been trying to get the color right. It's not him. GMK has just been, the color matching just has not been good. Yeah, because it's like come out too dark, too late. Yeah. And it takes a long time to get those samples too, so. Oh, Insty's food looks good. Yeah, yo, Insty, you gonna share? Insty. Insty either says hell no or sure come over. Your food! Give me your food! Okay, there you go. He said pull up. Okay, bet. I'll see Insty next month. Best of both worlds. You guys, my mom was not in a good mood today. It's like so hit or miss because I was like, I asked her in a very sweet voice. I was like, Mom, can I cook an egg? And she's like, outside. It's like, oh fuck, okay. Okay. It did not work. um Why does JMK do page down instead of... Oh. Instead of writing page down? Probably because not enough space. Sorry. That was a TikTok saying I was inactive on my stream. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that they did that, so my bad. It was alerting me that I was inactive, but only because I didn't have it selected. Sorry. Oh, thank you for the raid! Hello, Ashley. How you doing? Hello. How are you doing? How was your stream? I am doing well. I'm gonna say something a little parasocial, but I love watching your Instagram stories. They make me feel alive, and I relate to a lot of them. Even though I don't interact too much on Instagram, but I love watching your Instagram stories. So yeah, but maybe that's like a little parasocial of me to say. So hopefully that doesn't freak you out. Okay. You have to have the window selected clicked on for TikTok Live. Yeah. But I didn't, so it's like, it's like, hello, you're inactive. It's like, oh shoot. Okay. Vida. Even though I don't know anything about F1, I'm glad it's one of those things where like you like listening to people talk about stuff when they're like so passionate about it, and you can't help but to like, you know, be passionate with them even though you have like no fucking clue what's going on. It's like the same vibe. Like so passionate about F1. I don't know what's happening, but I'm getting excited because she's getting excited. So okay. Does this use file or via? Let's see. I'll open both just to check. Probably via, if I had to guess. Racing. Let me download this file? They sent me the file, I need to find it. Vida. Hot swap. Hello, Kim. How's the audio on TikTok? Well, it's okay. Did I miss anything? No. Okay. Layout split 7U. No sound tests. Just making sure everything is working at the moment. Thank you. Sorry, it's loud. Pardon the sound. No, I changed it. Sorry. This one we split. Okay. So today's keycap set we're gonna use one I have from Canon Keys. Let me go grab it really quick. It's a very cute one. I haven't been able to use it yet, but I think you guys will like this one. Where did I put it? Look! Look! NicePBT keycap set. Tamagotchi. So cute! Yeah, they sent this to me a while ago, but I haven't been able to use it. so we're gonna use it today. But check out the box. Super cute. OG edition. They actually just released new models for these too. Right, here's the back. That nostalgic feeling one click at a time. Step back to your childhood with this brand new collaboration from Canon Keys and Tamagotchi. Unlike the original 8-bit pets, these keycaps are low maintenance and don't require constant care. Revisit one of the most popular and defining toys of the Y2K era with this blast from the past. No feeding and cleaning up required. Cute! Did I get the collab board too, or just the caps? Just the caps. Yeah, they actually just released new models for Tamagotchi as well, but... Whoa! How cute this is! Look at these legends. They're squiggly. They're tiny. Look at this. Can you see that? That's cute. Here you go, TikTok. You guys can look at it too. Cute. Look at this. Yeah, this one taking a nice big old dump. Poopy. Got the little ones before they evolve. Comes with a keycap puller. Ooh, look at these. It is cute. That's couple. Look, they have sets that say poo. So these are like the adult versions. You got so many poos. The heart, the snooze. Cute. I've been waiting to use this, so perfect. Let us use this today. Yeah, so Canon Keys does a really good job at making sure it has most of the keycap compatibilities, so they're very, very good about that. Especially if you're like a 40s user. I think someone mentioned that Upas uses 40s, so no one is forgotten there. But yeah, NicePBT compad's very, very good. Also, I think I saw on their website that they are looking for designers, so if you have like a keycap set idea, it's always something you could run by them. I want to do this. Poo. City Sunset. Do you like it? So the colors for these, they are like, they're not white. They're kind of like a off yellow-ish. But yeah. Not quite white. F basic. I'm guessing that's like a beige. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing because of the name, but. Give a link. Let me look at this keycap set. I'm excited for the PBS. Penguin belly slide. I'm excited for more keycaps like that. Oh! Oh, it is like a beige. Oh, that's designed by Dee. We love Dee. Yeah, I'm excited about the PBS keycaps. Sometimes I thought about like getting into keycap design, but I feel like as a designer, I would feel very sad if like my set didn't do well and stuff like that. So maybe it's better for me to just admire from the sideline. Okay, we're gonna do a poo. Poo. And another poo. I want to use these. Yeah, it says poo. Is there sound difference? Here's the thing, is that people are gonna tell you there is, and there probably is, but unless you're like a sound engineer, I feel like it's so minuscule. The biggest jump you'll see is like PBT ABS, right? But I think it really depends. Some will say that it does, but I personally, I'm gonna say not really, but who knows? It's not like super noticeable like some jump from materials are, like, or profiles, for example, like essay from like Cherry, right? But there probably is a science behind it. I can't hear it. Okay. Nice. Also, if you're new here and you don't know keyboard terms, essay keycaps it's a profile, okay? Once I was like, oh, I said like, oh, I love essay, and someone was like, that's really fucked up of you to say, and I was like, essay is a keycap profile set, and they're like, oh, I thought you're saying you love sexual assault, and I was like, no. Essay is a keycap profile set, not, you know, so they're like, oh, I thought you were like, I was like, why the hell would I? So, if you don't know keyboard terms, essay is a keycap set, okay, or keycap profile, like Cherry, OEM, etc. I know, but there's some terms in like the keyboard hobby that, you know, we know what it means, but to someone else it's like, what the hell? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me change the command so you guys know what we're building today. PC plates. Okay, so to kind of give you guys a disclaimer, this is the V1 prototype. The V2 prototype is being shipped out right now. So there have been changes. So the sound you hear is not necessarily final, but just to let you guys know, this is more of like a reference point for you all. Yeah, but there are changes being made to the case, so yeah. Let's listen to it. I mean, yeah, it is a bit, you know, but I've had someone mention that to me before, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. but it was also like, why would you think I would say something like that? You know, like I understood why, but at the same time, it's like, really? I think we can use this set. Wait, is there a theme that would be close to this? Like a Grand Prix? A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So today, keyboard. Okay, give me 1 sec when I mute everything, and then we'll do the typing test. 1 moment, please. Alright, so today we're building the Vida. This is a upcoming keyboard from Canon Keys. We're using a PC plate with cream soda switches, and this is NicePBT Tamagotchi keycaps. What else? Yeah. Hello, Lucidity. Hello. So yeah, it's different from a lot of the boards that we have built recently. It is on the quieter side, right? Um, it's not. It doesn't really fit so much into like the two main categories that you hear, right? So, docky, clocky. Okay, personally, I hate using those terms, but to kind of like, give you an idea. Um, it might be the PBT, but I'd say this is not a very loud board, right? This is more of a quiet, at least with this build that I have, right? Um, it's almost like I would say it's kind of in its own category. So this uses bottom gas or bottom. Wait, let me make sure I say it correctly because they have a term for this, right? It's called bottom mount plate with poron dampeners. Yeah, I'd say this is like a mid-tone board. Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's different than what, we hear a lot of these days, right? Um, Either it's going to be really loud, really, or like high pitched, or it's going to be like low, but still have that like deeper sound. I think this does have that deeper sound, but it's not, I don't want to say it's muted, right? But yeah, sounds polite. I think so too, yeah. And of course, it's like personal preference. Some people might really like the sound, but some people might really not like it. But it's kind of interesting, right? To hear like how different like bottom mount plate sounds from like top mount plate, for example, right? And then that being said, so typing feel, I would say it doesn't have as harsh as a typing feedback as like top mount. You would assume with bottom mount it would have like a harsh feedback. It does, but also doesn't. So it's kind of good middle ground because they use porons, right, to kind of absorb it. So the porons actually go on the mounting points, so underneath. So you see the plate tabs. The poron gaskets are adhesive and they have like a hole and you put it through like that, right? Yeah, I can do a sound test with ABS instead. Right. A little bit, yeah. So let me swap out the keycaps so you guys can hear it. Maybe it is the PBT diff, so hard to say. We can experiment though. Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah, a little bit, except it doesn't have the gasket or the socks that go over the whole thing. It is just one side, but yes, similar. My Tamagotchi is like an older thing, right? They're trying to bring it back. I actually saw new colorways in the stores recently and I was like tempted to get it. Okay, so let's use Revelry is so pretty. I love the whole like moon aesthetic. Moon, starry, cloudy. Okay. You know, I like Petrichor as well. Petrichor, I was so tempted to get one. But I didn't. I should have. Yeah, the only thing about this set is that I need to make sure I put it back correctly. I can't just like boop 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 because I'm not gonna remember. Oh really? On the Kanaki's Discord? Or somewhere else? Yo, what's up, Michael? Having fun? KB Discord. Ooh, I have not joined that. I should. You caught me doom scrolling, so it's keyboard time. Yeah, I'm trying out the multi streaming, because why not, you know? Oh, for those in my Twitch chat, I'm streaming on TikTok as well. So if you guys wanted to see like a different angle, that is there. That's who I'm talking to right now. Yeah, I'm not just like blabbing to myself. I mean, I could. Well, I don't really have too many people in my TikTok chat other than like people that are already here. So, it's manageable. Kohaku's selling time. What the heck? It's so someone said it's more like a open burger. So kind of. So it's like top mount but with gaskets in between, right? What color is your Kohaku, Michael? Nice angle, yeah. I mean, some people have said they actually like the TikTok angle better. But you know. Top mount with lasers? it's essentially you put like a gasket and then you put the plate and then you screw it all down. So oh man. Okay, let's see. Yes. My dad has puppy fever right now. He's been looking at different like healers. So we have a blue healer, they have a blue healer, and he wants a red healer. And he's just been looking at pictures of puppies and he's like telling my mom like, oh, what do you think about this one? Right? Because Dodo's getting older. She's 10. And you know, they go on hikes a lot and she's getting to the point where like she wants to like stay in the car and relax. And so they were saying like, you know, thinking about getting like a new puppo. So my dad's just been looking. Nothing's been set yet, but you know, like people get like baby fever. He has like puppy fever right now. Looks every day and he's like, tells my mom like, oh, what do you think about this one? What do you think about that one? And I saw one, he was like showing me and I was like, oh, that one is so cute because it had like, it looked like it had like a triangle hat because like the ears and like part of its face had like a V. So it looks like it was wearing like a beanie, right? And I was like, that one is so cute. Looks like it has a hat. And he's like, I know, but no more blue healers, you know? Like he knows it's cute, but he's just like, no, I want a red healer. So yeah, he's gonna randomly come home with a new puppy soon. Yeah, like you would think that, but it isn't until my mom says okay, because she's the one who stays at home and trains them. So she's still like, I'm not ready. I still have my Dodo. So Dodo is their dog's name. She's like, you know, I still wanna I don't want to take care of another dog right now, but once it's like once my mom is like, okay, yeah, that's it, then boom, right? But until then, you know, she's been like, no, not yet. All right. Let's listen to this one. Yeah, so I've had both dogs and cats, and it's like it's very different vibes, right? Um, yeah, I love all my animals, but there's just something so different from like a dog's love and a cat's love, you know. But anyways, okay, let me mute. All right. So, PC plates, cream soda switches. This is GMK Taiga. So this is ABS. Thank you for the resub. Hello. About to do a sound test. Okay. What do you guys think? This kind of sounds like... It kind of reminds me of... the Geon board I built. The F2. Yeah. This... This... This reminds me of it. Of course, design is way different, but the sound reminds me of it. I lost it. No! I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the 60. I'm not talking about the 84. I'm also not surprised that it sold out so fast, but in terms of like the sound profile, it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, this one was brighter, but it's still quiet. Yeah, it's still very like, I like what someone said earlier, but it's a very polite sound. This is the Vida by James. It will be upcoming soon. Yeah. Sounds really good. It does. Um, yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, just the sound profile. But this was a little bit more quiet. But yeah. It's in the title. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, what did you guys think? I I really like this. I mean, this is the V1 prototype, so they are changing some things about it, but I really like this. It's a very subtle sound, right? Yeah. I can't imagine it being too different. Too different from what? Why don't you ever put the lead above backspace? Why not? Yeah, so granted, I did have a PC plate. If we were to swap to an alu plate, I wonder how different that sound would be. But for the PC plate, it is quieter. They mentioned some kind of oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought they were talking about like resonant in the case, but they're talking about like, can you guys hear that? They're talking about like the clanking of the board like this. So they're gonna fix this by adding alignment on the corners. So you don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah. Yeah, so Upas confirmed this will be cheaper than $225. Can I show the side profile and bottom? Yep. Yes, I can. Okay. So, here's the board. This is the top. Has the nice blockers. Right. Here's the side. So it is a two-toned board. Really nice. So you first see this slant motif, and you'll see it again throughout the board, but top piece is very curvy, right? The bottom piece has more harsher corners. Right here's the back. So once again, you see the slant motif. See the four little feet. So these two weights are actually separate. And then this little piece right here is actually machined into the bottom piece. It's not a separate piece, right? So this is built in to the bottom case. Here's the USB port side. The centered USB port with two 2.0 USBs. And then here's the front lip. Yeah. Very nice. Here you go, TikTok. You guys can see it. The weight, it's not too bad. It's actually lighter than I expected it to be. Oh my Vida. Okay, but yeah, so some important points to talk about this sport, or some important things to point out, is it does use magnets to open and close or keep the case. They are changing it. So the magnets right now are too weak, but they're changing it. So let me show you what's going to be different. So as you can see right now, it has, oh, where'd this go? Okay, anyways, right now you can see it has the 4 long magnet strips, but they're changing it. So instead of doing like 4 long ones, they're going to be doing 8 smaller ones. Okay. They have a bunch of extra of these parts that are machined in, and this is only for the prototypes because they were experimenting what they liked more to basically keep the case shut, right? So the top piece is going to be different, at least internally. Instead of using the 4 long ones, they're going to be using 8 smaller ones. And then you're probably not going to have all these tabs, or they're going to be positioned differently. Not quite sure yet. The prototype units are being shipped out right now, so that is one major change to keep in mind. They were experimenting with the magnets because if it's too strong, you can't open it. If it's too weak, it's just gonna fall apart whenever you open it. So ultimately they decided that they're gonna use 8 smaller ones. I don't know if they're gonna be weaker or stronger, but the more magnets, the more it'll like be held down. So you don't have to worry about like, you know, picking it up like from the side and having it drop. This is a different mechanism, case mechanism from ball catch, so it's interesting to see, right? But there is that. Also with the magnets, right, they've made it so that you can grab it from like the side right here and then easily like lift it up. So for example, you would use like right here, but then just like push it up, right? So you just push it up like that. So similar to ball catch, but an easier mechanism to open it. No, so there is no top mount, and so what they've done is it's a bottom mount plate with pour-on dampeners, right? So that's a major change you're gonna see. In terms of mounting points, so they are slightly off, right? So you do have 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, but as you can see, they're not exactly like straight on, right? So you have 2 right on the edges of the space bar, and then the 2 corner ones are aligned, but another change that they are making is they're also going to be incorporating some kind of anchor point, or basically like their version of like a force brake to make sure that the case doesn't like rattle with the magnets. So right now you can hear, so can you hear this? You might be able to hear it, but you can hear that right now, right? So they are incorporating something to take care of that, right? And so what they're gonna do is probably do like the 4 corners from what I saw on this sheet, but basically make it so that the top piece doesn't shift around like that. It does use the EasyMate connector, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. So this mounting, right? So imagine top mount, but now there is a gasket in between, right? So it goes like, here's the bottom piece. Here's the bottom piece. You would put a gasket right there. The gasket has a hole. You would put the plate on top, and then you would screw through that. So it would go screw, plate, gasket, and then the bottom case. So some changes they're making for that is they're going to make the hole in the gaskets a little larger. So whenever you're screwing it in, you don't have to worry about the screw like stripping or getting some of the sticky like pour-on stuff on it. And then I think they're doing, let's see. Boop, boop. Yeah, so the biggest thing is they're fixing the gasket design so you don't have to worry about the gaskets being, you know, messed up by the screws, which is nice. But I can show you what that looks like. But there is going to be a wireless version of this board. It will only use one battery, and the compartment is going to be found on the left-hand side because the right-hand side is actually preoccupied right now with the USB ports. But pull these out. So I'm assuming powered by ZMK, but on their page it says it's going to be 3 PCB types. You'll have a wireless hot swap and then a wireless a wireless hot swap and a non-wireless hot swap, and then you'll have a non-wireless solder. They're still trying to finalize the layout for the wireless PCB. So the biggest thing is like step to regular caps lock. Right now, it's only regular caps lock due to the switch, right? The Bluetooth switch. But they're trying to figure out something, so that is to be announced later on. Here, taking this off. So EasyMate right there. Boop. Also, I didn't talk about the plate, but the plate has no flex cuts, 8 mounting points. And then check this out. So here's the bottom case, so no side walls, does have the top and bottom walls. And here you can see where the gaskets would go, and you see how they have like a hole right there. So that makes it so you can just screw it in. And then this side, this cover hides the battery compartment. This side hides the USB. The 2 USBs right here. And another note, these are 2.0, so they're not 3.0. Okay. But yeah, biggest thing is they're going to be adding alignment tabs, and it will basically keep it so that the board doesn't like shift around. They're changing these magnets. Instead of 4 long ones, they're going to do 8 small ones. So all these like extra cubbies you may or may not see. I think it ultimately depends on where they put the magnets, but these are incorporated into the case at the moment so they could kind of experiment like what would work best. And then right now these gaskets, you know, are not big enough, so they're going to be changing that so that these gaskets will, you know, stick out somewhat, so be their version of like a force brake. And yeah, I mean, I think that's about it for the board. The board is pretty straightforward, but if you're curious like what bottom mount plate sounds or feels like, so feel wise, it's not going to be as stiff as like a top mount. If anything, it is so you would think, right, when you're typing on a bottom mount, right, you would have like the harsh feedback because it's now you're fighting against the bottom piece instead of like the screws on the top piece, right? But with the gaskets added, right, while there still is that like pushback, the gaskets make it so it dampens like the feedback. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's quite as like harsh as a top mount. So if you like that top mount feeling, but you know, you're looking for something a bit softer, right? This bottom mount is very interesting in that regard. Also, I feel like with the gaskets and it being in the bottom mounting is that there's not as much resonance, right? Because most of the resonance from the top mount, when you're typing, right, it will go from the top, like, and then throughout the case, right? But whenever you're typing on this bottom one, right, the sound is already being like, or the force is already being pushed into the bottom and then dampened even further with the gaskets. So yeah, it's not as loud, right? But it's also not super quiet. Someone said it earlier, but yeah, it's like a very polite sound. Yeah, so this is two pieces. It splits. It looks like it's split. Yeah. I mean, this is the prototype, so it's a little janky. This is the V1 version. There's gonna be a second version, right? And then maybe even a third one. Really appreciate your in-depth. Oh yeah, of course. I'm not a designer, but after building a lot of boards, you know, it all starts to click eventually. Hello, Cuppa. That's okay, same. But yeah, so my thoughts on this board is I like it a lot actually. I'm a huge fan of James' designs, like in general. But I think this is like different from, you know, a lot of the boards on the market at the moment. I'd say it was actually very similar to the F2 I built. But of course, right, depends on like the plate, the switches, but yeah, I liked it a lot. Personally, I like the USB ports. I don't know if I would ever use it, so I could see some people saying, "Oh, I wish I didn't have it." But for me, it's personally like, if it's there, cool. If it's not there, cool. Like, I can appreciate it being there, whether I use it or not. Not really, but you know, I think it's cool. It definitely separates, right, from the rest of the boards that you have out there. Because what other boards that do you know that aren't designed by James from AKB have it, right? So that is something that I think has been interesting to see in every one of his designs, right? I think if you're looking for something a bit more muted, I would recommend the PBT. But if you're looking for something still a little quiet, but with like brighter, or I guess more life, then yeah, the ABS does make a big difference. I think the ABS spacebar sounded really good, right, compared to the PBT spacebar. Sorry, PBT. But I did like the sound signature for the PBT, right? I think I just like PBT, but look, Capo. Look at this. Poop. Between the NicePBT and the GMK, was there one you guys liked more? I'm assuming most people liked the GMK more, but I liked the NicePBT. Yeah, poo. I think the spacebar was a lot better for the GMK, right? Oh wait, I actually have a good. Look at this, Alika. Alika. If you do exclamation point Deskmat, it'll take you to her store. It's by Pikarar. Her store is closed right now until Black Friday, but when it opens again, this is where I got it from. Pikarar. I updated my command so it's there for you guys. Yeah, she's actually doing a collaboration with Hippio soon. It is a leak. It is a leak. Look at it. Leak. It's actually perfect with the set, right? 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 Yeah, big fan. But yeah, that is the board. I don't know what colors are gonna be available. I also don't know when it's coming out, but they're gonna announce it soon. They're saying the pricing is going to be lower than 225 because that's what they stated on the IC page. So, yeah. If you guys are interested, would recommend, you know, joining Canon Keys Discord, signing up for their newsletter, or just keeping an eye out on their social media. But yeah, thank you, Canon Keys, for sending this out to me. Cute, right? Is it Fruit Basket inspired? I don't know. I don't remember what. Oh, I think this is a Miku collaboration. Let me check. Miku is like the Vocaloid. I'm pretty sure this was part of the Vocaloid, but let me. I could be wrong. Oh, yes. It was for the Miku. Yeah. I honestly don't even remember winning this. But it showed up one day and I was like, oh. Oh. Oh, look, there's so I do this thing. I really like I really like doing those things on Instagram where it's like a bunch of pictures and they like speed through it and then you have to like pause or screenshot to see which one you get. I really like doing those, okay? Um and look at the one I got. Who is my lucky cat? It's cute. From Fruits Basket. That's who I got. Yeah. I have a lot of those. I just like screenshot and send it. Very, very cute. Huge fan. I loved his character. Yeah. He's like prime example of like, you know, the bad boy that becomes like the sweet boy once he falls in love with you. Like he's a bad boy that everyone wants, you know. The remake was really, really good. I liked it a lot. What game are we playing? Wait, did I say? Wait, did I already say it? Okay, but that's the build. Thank you, Canon Keys, for sending it out to me. Okay, we can end here, interloper. And cut.